Alright beauties, so I have everything set up over here just so it's a little bit easier for me. You see we have a lot to go through. I will show you where I typically keep all of my lip products. So I have these white dressers from Walmart. I really like them. They hold a lot and they're pretty affordable as well. This entire drawer typically has all of the like plastic containers, and this entire drawer is completely full of lip product. And then if we pan around to here, this whole thing is typically lip product. And then this bottom drawer right here is kind of my everyday lipsticks or lip products. My aim, y'all, is to get every lip product I own in this one little shelf. So we're gonna see if that happens. Also, quick disclaimer, please understand this is my job. This is what I do. I test a lot of makeup. I definitely try to pay it forward. You guys know this. And I try my best to not be wasteful at all. I'm really pushing for this year to really not have any waste. That is my goal, but things do get sent to friends and family. And if it's a new product, then I kind of divvy it up and put some stuff in my giveaway pile and in my for sale group. So let's dive in. Alright beauties, I'm going to probably do like one little section at a time, and I'm going to try to go as quickly as possible because I know I have way too much. So I'm going to dump this little basket. We're going to basically be starting with like lip oils, lip treatments, things like that. Really, I'm going to be as cutthroat as I possibly can be. And basically, if it's been here since my last declutter, which was I think a year ago or better, I'm probably going to go ahead and toss it unless obviously it's still sealed. And then kind of when we get to liquid lipsticks and things like that, I'll open them, swatch them, check them. Please know that if anything changes in its texture, its scent, consistency, things like that, please, please, please throw it away. And again, I try my hardest to make sure that things do not go to waste. If it is something that I've used once or twice, it's still pretty new. Of course, I'll sanitize it and pass it along to family and friends. If it is new and I'm going to declutter it, half of it will go to like my pay it forward giveaway pile and half of it will go to my for sale group. So we are going to dive in. So we are not here for 8,000 years. My LYS Beauty Lip Oil, I believe, is definitely well over a year. I want to say they launched 1 year ago. I'm going to put this in my maybe pile and just kind of double check that I'm right on that. But if so, obviously it's been here for a year and that is a little bit too long for me to feel comfortable in keeping this. So I'm going to put this in my maybe pile for now. Next up, this is new. It is the Ciate Watermelon Burst Hydrating Lip Oil. I am going to go ahead and keep that. Next up is my Item Beauty Lip Quip Lip Oil. This is new and I'm going to hold on to this. Next up, this is also new, and most of this stuff, you guys, has either come from BoxyCharm, Ipsy, or like Ipsy add-on, or like Boxy pop-up. This is from Basic Beauty. It is also a lip oil and is also new, so I will hold on to that. Both of these Colourpop Lux Lip Oils, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of. I love this formula. If you guys are looking for a really affordable, good quality lip oil, these are where it's at. They are non-sticky, non-tacky, but they have enough grip that they do kind of actually last on the lips. Phenomenal. I just know that these are older, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these. Same thing for both of these products right here. I have my Clarins lip oil and the Grande lips. I don't know if you guys are going to really be able to tell, but the color of this has changed considerably. And I never even opened this. So, and I never even opened it. So I am going to go ahead and declutter this. My Clarins lip oil I've used the heck out of. It is also a really, really good product. Definitely a little bit more expensive. But both of these are going to be, but I'm going to be decluttering both of these. Next up, this is brand new, and I have not tried this yet. I'm actually going to be trying it with you guys. Y'all pray for me. It is the Too Faced Lip Injections Maximum Plump. I don't ever use products like this, but I've heard great things, and I just kind of am inquisitive about it. If you've tried it, comment down below and let me know. So I will, of course, be keeping this. Next up, this is a Jules Smith Beauty, also another lip oil, and it is also still sealed and also like an Ipsy or Boxy product, so I'll keep that. Next up, this is brand new. It is the Grande Cosmetics Grande Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper. This is the same thing as one that I just tossed because the color had kind of seemed a little bit different, so because it's new, I will hold on to this. Next up, I have actually two of these Juvia's Place, the Nubian Glow Lip Balm. This one is in Guava, and this one is in Mango. I have opened the Mango just recently. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. It feels incredible on the lips. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this one, and I will put this one in my pay it forward pile. Here is another basket of more like treatment, like lip oils and stuff like that. So let's empty this, and we will get along with this basket as well. And y'all know what I say, if this gets long, the declutter videos tend to get a little bit long, especially if you haven't decluttered in a year. If my video gets too long, y'all know what I say. Grab you some tacos, some tequila, some milk, some cookies, Doritos, Cheetos, Fritos, whatever is your pleasure, and sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Right, we are going to dive in. I see 2 Kopari lip glossies. I've actually panned a complete one of these. I really, really love this formula. It smells incredible. This one right here is almost gone. It definitely is a lot older, so I'm going to go ahead and toss this one, and I'm going to keep this one. Next up, both of these are also, I believe, like Ipsy type products. I actually think all 3 of these. So I know for sure that all 3 of these are at least a year old. This Seraphine Botanicals, I believe this is the first product I ever tried from them. You guys, if you had this, please comment down below. I mean, it smells incredible. It felt beautiful on the lips. I feel like the same can be said for any of these formulas. Of course, I did get them, you know, in a box, so it was a little bit cheaper for me to get them in a box. But if you're looking for something that's comfortable, gives a little bit of a hue, a little bit of a flush, or a pretty tint to the lips, I recommend highly any of these. They're definitely well over a year old, so I'm going to go ahead and toss these as well. Next up is my Laneige Lip Glowy Balm in Gummy Bear. This is one of my favorite lip treatments, so I will definitely be keeping that. Next, we have the Skin Chemist London. This is the Rose Quartz Youth Defense Lip Plump. I never noticed any lip plumping with this, but it does feel comfortable on the lips, and it is newer to my collection, so I hold on to that. Next, this is also brand new and also from either Boxy or Ipsy. It is the Rollerball from Incredible Rollerball Gloss. I think because it is still sealed and I have enough, and I know I have enough, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. Next up, I love all of these. I got this little collection right before the holidays, and I use these pretty consistently. They are the Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balms. And oddly enough, I happened to see them when they first launched on Ulta. I had never heard anybody talk about them. And then within like 3 weeks of me getting them, everybody was raving about them. But the hype is real on these. They're very, very comfortable, very lightweight. They feel incredible. I cannot say enough about these. They are a beautiful, beautiful formula. If you can still get this little bundle, I would highly, highly recommend. And they smell nice. Next up, I have this little Tarte Jelly Glaze. It is new and I have too much. We'll go ahead and declutter. This right here is the Huda Beauty Silk Balm. I still have not tried this and I want to. It is still sealed, so I'm definitely going to hold on to this. I'm really curious. Also, if you've tried this, please let me know. Next up, we have another more like balms treatments type of thing. And I think I'm just going to pull from the container. First up is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip. I have not tested this yet, but I would really like to, and I've heard beautiful things about this, so it's a keep. Next up, I have the Hanalei Lip Treatment. This is also brand new. I think I have another one, so I'm going to set it right here for just a second. And again, 90% of this probably came from subscription boxes. Next up is the Sol de Janeiro little lip balm. These are not my favorite. I feel like they have a weird texture to them. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my declutter pile, but I will pay it forward to friend or family because it is a newer product. Next up, I have both of these Raw Sugar Natural Lip Balm, and they are both definitely more than a year old. Again, got them in a subscription box, so I am going to go ahead and declutter these. Next is this Sephora Gelée, like jelly melt. I don't even honestly know what it is, but I have enough clearly, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this as well. Next up, I have a couple of the Rare Beauty Balms. These are a beautiful formula. I really like the packaging. Super comfortable on the lips. They give just a little flush of color, quite hydrating, and they smell really nice, so I will be keeping both of these. Next up, I have a couple of these lip smoothies from Morbid Mistress. They are no longer a company, and I know that I've had these for at least a year, but they were super comfortable. They're gigantic if you look at this in comparison to like even the Hems one, and the Hems one is also gigantic, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter these as well. The Hems one, this is the Triple Moisture Frosted Pomegranate and Sugar Plum. I got this holiday before last, so I am also going to declutter this. Next up, you can see I've used the heck out of this. This came in my Walmart beauty box. It is one of my favorite lip products. It is the Burts Bees Squeezy Tinted Balm in Sweet Peach. I even liked this so much that I gifted several of you this over the holiday season, so I will keep this. There's enough of a weight to it that it stays on the lips. It gives a beautiful flush of color, quite comfortable, and they smell divine, honey. But I love these. Also, if you were somebody that got one, let us know. Comment down below and let us know if you like it as much as I like it. Next up, both of these are new products. Again, most likely that I got in subscription boxes. This is the Kosas Sport Rush Hyaluronic Lip Balm, and then this is the Skin and Tonic London Lemon Lip Balm. I think I'm gonna hold on to the lemon one. Y'all know I'm a lemon hoe, and then we'll go ahead and put this in the declutter pile. Next up is this Skin Iceland Limited Edition Berry Lip Fix. You can see that it's almost gone. This is actually my second full one. I definitely know this is well over a year old, so we are going to go ahead and declutter that as well. Next up, I have both of these Lip Smacker products. They're the Dr. Pepper ones. These are fairly new. I think I did these for my, like, how I did my makeup in high school or something like that video a little while back. So I'm going to hold on to both of these. They smell wonderful. Next up, this is the Honey Jarrett Lip Sleeping Mask Lemon Honey. I'm definitely going to keep this because, again, I love lemon. And this is brand new. I just got it in my Ipsy. Next up is this Buxom Powerful Plump Lip Balm. I don't even ever remember using this, and because I'm not sure if I used it and don't remember, I'm going to go ahead and toss that. Next, yes, is another Hanalei lip treatment. I don't believe I've used this yet. Yeah, this one's still sealed. I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter the little one, and I'll keep the full-sized one. I still feel like I'm keeping way too many, y'all. Next up is my Hemp's Lips Ultra Moisturizing Herbal Lip Balm. This is definitely more than a year old. This is my second one of these. It is a beautiful formula. If you've been here for a while, you know I'm obsessed with Hemp's. The Hemp's body washes are my holy grail. All-time favorites. So we're going to go ahead and declutter that only because it's older. Next up, we have our lip scrubs. I do also have this little thing right here, the NCLA or NCLA Pumpkin Pie Set. I just got this in like a boxy pop-up. It has a balm and a scrub, so I'm definitely going to hold on to that. Basically, with this stuff, again, I have not decluttered lip product in over a year. If it's been open at all, I'm tossing it. This is the Sarah Happ The Lip Scrub. I've been wanting to try these forever. I got this as like a free gift with purchase from like an Ulta purchase or something. So I definitely want to try it because I obviously have not tried her products yet. This right here is the Juicy Lip Scrub. I got this gifted, I believe, from Kate, and I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this as well because it is new. This right here is the Nicole Miller Pineapple Lip Scrub. I actually opened this once, used it one time, and I feel absolutely horrible about that because I have not used it since then, so I'm going to have to toss that as well. Next up, I have a couple Colourpop lip scrubs. You can see I used quite a bit of this one, but again, it has been open for well over a year. I'm going to toss that as well. This one right here, I didn't get as much use out of, but again, it's been open for a long time. I'm definitely trying to be more mindful of that, especially moving into this new year, of really using what I have before I test other product. This one also, I opened when I first got it, and I have not used it since then. Next up is this Avant Velvet Perfecting Rose Sugar Lip Scrub. This is new, also like a boxy or Ipsy type of product. I'll keep that. This is the Truffle Cosmetics Sugar Bunny Heavenly Lip Scrub. This is still sealed, so I'm going to hold on to that. Next up is my Seraphine Botanicals Lemon Lip Scrub. I've gone through one entire one of these. I did get it in the boxy pop-up for very cheap, so I'm going to hold on to that as well. Next up is the Lasting Smiles Lip Scrub. I also got this recently in my Ipsy, so I'll hold on to that. And my Hemp's Sugarcane and Papaya Lip Scrub is definitely more than a year old and has been open, so I'm going to declutter that. And then last up in my kind of more treatments, masks, balm type of things is this little pile right here. I have this Weleda Skin Food Lip Butter. I've heard amazing things about this, and the Weleda Skin Food, like for the face, is fantastic. I've had a couple samples and I really enjoyed them, so I'm excited to test this. Next up is this Bali Balm Sweet Orange and Coconut Lip Balm. This was also like a boxy or Ipsy product. We're going to go ahead and declutter that. Next is the Kinder Beauty Lip Mask Hydrating Lip Mask. I'm going to hold on to that. That is brand new. Next up is another Seraphine Botanicals lip product, is the Cranberry and Dew Lip Remedy. It is still sealed, and I recently got that in an Ipsy. I'll hold on to that. Next up is the Sarah Happ The Lip Slip. This is the Balm. And I definitely want to kind of try these two products out together once I kind of get through some of the products that are open. So definitely keeping that. Next up is this Mamonde Lip Sleeping Mask in Plum Blossom. This is still brand new, so I'm also going to put that in the declutter pile. I have enough. Next up is this Soap and Glory Pillow Plump XXL. I do not remember if I used this. Yeah, I had to have. I definitely don't remember my thoughts on it. And of course, it's probably been here for at least a year. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter that as well. And then I have the Kaja Air Heart. This is also a beautiful little balm. I do like the texture and the consistency of this. So I'm going to go ahead and hold on to that as well. Next up, we'll go through the few lip crayons that I have. It's not a whole lot. This is not something that I use very often. I think, honestly, if it's still new in a box, like these three right here, we'll go ahead and declutter those. I have this Kaja one here. Again, I really like the formula that actually doesn't look the best and it doesn't smell the best anymore. So I'm actually going to declutter that, and I didn't think I was going to have to do that. Next up is this L'Oreal one. And this is in a beautiful deep red. Just because I don't really use these products that much, I'm also going to declutter. Next up is this Maybelline Super Stay Ink Crayon. Again, I don't really use these that often, so I'm probably going to go ahead and just declutter all of them if I'm being honest. And then like the rest of these is Colourpop Lippy Sticks, the e.l.f., and then the other Colourpop Lippy Sticks. They're all fairly new. I think I'm going to go ahead and sanitize these and maybe see if my niece or my mom or somebody wants those. Next up, we have lip liners. I feel like I definitely have more than I need. So I'll take out a little handful at a time and move the container out of the way. I have this JS one. I no longer support this brand, but it is a good formula. I'll go ahead and hold on to it, but I just don't use it on camera. Next up, I have the clear Maybelline liner. It is very similar to the Milani Anti-Feathering Lip Pencil that you guys have heard me rave about. So I'm definitely going to hold on to this. I don't think they actually make the Milani one anymore. And then we have a very, very old Colourpop lip liner. I'm going to go ahead and toss that. I have this Gerard Cosmetics lip pencil in the shade Mud Slide. I really like this shade. I typically go nude. You guys know that I'm like obsessed with nudes, which is not in my inbox. So I'm going to hold on to it for now. Next up, I have this Dose of Colors lip liner in the shade Ruffled. I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter this as well. I have too many. So if it's sealed and I know I'm not going to end up using it, I am going to go ahead and declutter it. I have this Mirabella lip definer. Not really a shade I think I'm going to get much use out of. So I'm going to sanitize that and also declutter that. Next up is a Saint Luxe Secret Admirer lip pencil. I have not even tried this one yet, but I do again want to keep a couple more like darker nudes, brown nudes, a little bit more vampy shades. So I'll hold on to that. Next up is this TIGI that I got in my little like Walmart mystery box. Beautiful formula. I was quite shocked by it, and it's quite long lasting, so I'm going to hold on to that just because it's probably one of the only ones I have in this shade. Next up is a Colourpop Lippy Pencil in the shade Field Day. It's still in the box and still sealed. Let me just check and see what color it would be. Yeah, I definitely have plenty of these. I actually think I already have this color in here, so we can go ahead and put that in the declutter pile. Next up is this Dominique Cosmetics Lip Liner in the shade Crush. I love this. I've already gone through an entire one, and I have another one in here that is also probably almost panned, so I am going to hold on to this. I fell in love with this. I paid, I think, $3 or $4. I paid $3 or $4 for these through the Boxy pop-up, and I'm obsessed. I love the shape of it. The consistency is nice. It's long-lasting. The shade and everything I'll show you, it's beautiful, so I'm definitely keeping that. Let me grab another little pile. The Real Her I Am Unique. I'm going to go ahead and declutter. The Gentil Bleu Lip Liner Pencil in Dark Natural. These are not my favorite. These are not my favorite formula. I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Next up is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Lip Liner. I believe this is in Chai Tea. Yes, I didn't care for her liquid lipstick formula, but her liners are amazing, so this is definitely staying. Next up is the Kisser Fixer from Belle Beauty by Kim Gravel. This is at least 2 years plus old, and I really don't reach for it, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Next up is my Kylie Liner in Candy K. I'll hold on to that. It's one of my favorite formulas. And then this one right here is the Lip Cheat in the shade Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this. Anything you see in this particular declutter that is Charlotte Tilbury, like Bobbi Brown, Laura Mercier type things. My friend gifted those to me, so thank you to Chantel. I love you. All right, let's get another little pile. So we have another of the Colourpop that I thought that I did have, so I'll keep that. This right here is the She Glam little lip liner. I'm going to go ahead and declutter. This is a little Wet n Wild lip liner. Going to go ahead and declutter. I have another Kylie. This is in the shade Moon. Oh my gosh. Moon, the lipstick, and this was like my holy grail a few years back. I'm most likely going to have to declutter the lipstick because it's old as hell, but I love her formula. I really love the shade of this, so I'm going to hold on to that. Next up is this NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Toffee. Kind of the same thing, but a more mid-tone nude, if you will. Next up is this Bodyography Pouty lip pencil. I'll declutter. Next up, I have another more vampy kind of nude shade. This is the Colourpop Lippy Pencil in the shade Hoopty. I'll keep. Next up, we have the Ofra Lip Liner in Maya. I feel like now I have so many of this color that I'm deciding to keep, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Next up is this KVD Lip Liner in the shade Coven. This is a little bit more dry than I really prefer. I may hold on to it. I think I'm putting it in my maybe pile until I see if my lipsticks from her are still good. And if they're not, then I'll declutter all. Next up is this Buxom Lip Liner in Hush Hush Henna. This is another one like the Dominique Cosmetics that I really love the shape of these. I know a lot of people don't. But the way that the point kind of hugs, you know, the top lip and kind of really defines, and then the bottom really rounds out and fills the bottom lip line. I love it. I love the shape of this a whole lot. I think that's why I like the Dominique Cosmetics so much. We have the Laura Geller Pout Perfect Waterproof Lip Liner, also in kind of a more mid-tone nude. I'll keep. Next up is this LA Colors Lip Liner. You'll see a pattern, of course. Everything's either nude or like brown nude or a couple plums. That's kind of it. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this. I like to have different liners in different kind of price points, so I'll keep. Next up are both of my Milani Anti-Feathering Lip Pencils. I cannot tell you how many of these I've gone through. I'm obsessed with them. If you are somebody that has lip lines, you know, aging around the lips, you have an issue with your lipsticks bleeding, lip glosses that are darker shades that bleed, please, please, please try this. You can also go buy a little $2 or $3 e.l.f. brow wax, and it does the same exact thing. But line your lips with this. It's a universal shade. Anybody can use them because it's clear, and they work miracles. I love these so much, so definitely keeping. Next up is my other Dominique Cosmetics lip liner. Of course, I'm keeping. Next up is this Colourpop Lippy Pencil. This is not my shade, so we're going to go ahead and declutter. And then we have a ton of these Colourpop. I think if I have duplicates or they're just a little bit too close to one another, I am also going to declutter these. They're all definitely more like brown tone nudes. Do we need all of these? No, we don't. So I think of the 5, I'll maybe keep 2 or 3 and declutter the rest. Next up is this Unique Mood Struck Lip Pencil. In the shade Pouty. I cannot even tell you how old this is. I attempted to sell Unique back in like 2015, 2016, and haven't really touched the product since then. So it's definitely old and she's got to go. And then last, as far as lip liners, is this KVD Everlasting Lip Liner in Lolita. Again, not my all-time favorite as far as a lip liner goes, so I'm also going to declutter this. All right, next up is Bullet lipsticks. As you can see, I don't have too many. First up is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Again, I was gifted this from my friend. I did sanitize it, and I really actually like the formula and the shade of this a whole lot, so I'm definitely going to keep that. Next up, I have a little NARS mini lipstick. I have not even tested this or used it yet. I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. I just don't use lipsticks all the time. This is the Jason Wu in the shade Biscotti. I've used this quite a bit. I really like his formula. It's more of like a soft matte finish, and it's lovely. And you guys know these are, you know, my tones and my shades. Next up, I have this Cashmere Lip Cream from FMG through Avon. I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Next up, I have 2 Gourmande Girls lipsticks. I have Nikki's Nude and Pumpkin. I love her packaging. I love the component. I love the formula. It is very, very comfortable. They smell really nice. And of course, I love Gourmande Girls. I do have a discount code. It is always down below. Next up, I have this Bobbi Brown lipstick. It is more of a kind of deeper nude, but I do feel like I have so many in this shade. I'm going to declutter. Next up is another Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. This is in the shade Angel Alessandra. Again, my friend gifted me these. I'm going to keep this. Next up, I have a Cashmere Lip Cream, also from Avon. I think I'm going to hold on to this just because I do have a couple lip liners that I could use these with, and for more vampy looks. Next up is an Urban Decay lipstick. This is in the shade Fuel 2.0, and it is their cream formula. I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. I just feel like already we have so many nudes and we don't need all of them. Next up is this Hank and Henry one. I no longer support the brand, but I will say that I do really like the formula. It's slightly more of a matte, a little bit more drying, but long lasting, and I think it's really beautiful. I'm actually gonna pay this forward and send it to a friend of mine that I know will love that. Next up, we have this Milani lipstick in I Am Brave, which is going to be a bright orange. I don't think I'm going to use this. If I were to use it, it'd be during the summertime, and I know I have a couple liquid lipsticks I prefer, so I don't even want to open it. I'll go ahead and declutter. Next up is the KKW Beauty Creme lipstick in the shade Nude 1. I have not tested these yet. I have not tested her product yet, so I definitely want to try this. I will keep. Next up is the Propa Beauty Luminous Satin Lipstick. I was just gifted this from Kate. I will hold on to. Next up, I have this teeny tiny little ultra matte lipstick from Melt. I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Next, I have a MAC Luster lipstick in the shade Ladybug. I don't remember if I've used this or not. I'm going to put it in my maybe pile because I'm not well versed in the whole MAC lipstick thing. If you are unfamiliar, I'm not typically a bullet lipstick wearer. Next up, I have two of these little minis from Huda Beauty. We have Girls Trip and Interview. I really like her formula. Of course, these are my favorite types of shades. But I really like the shape of these. They wear well. They're a like soft matte, more cream formula. Not overly drying, but they do last long on the lips, so I'll keep. And then I have two of these Colourpop Lux, I don't really know what they're called. Lux Blur lipstick. I have not tried this particular formula. I have Plucked and Band Tea, which seem to be very, very similar. I think I'm probably just going to hold on to Band Tea and I will declutter the other one. We don't need all those. Again, don't forget to get you a drink. Okay, now we're going to go into liquid lipsticks and then I'll go into glosses. Liquid lipsticks, you guys. I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as I possibly can. Again, don't forget your tacos and your tequilas. I have three Huda Beauty ones. I have two of the liquid matte. I really love her formula. And then I have a demi matte. I have not tried this formula yet. If you have tried it, please let me know. This one is more of like a beautiful deep orangey red. And then this is more of a softer mauve-y nude. And this is kind of a true nude. I will hold on to all of those. Then I have the Tarte's lip paints. I have, I think, one or two more somewhere. These are a little too drying, and I know that I have not purchased these in probably at least 2 years, so I'm going to declutter. And there's the other one. I'll go ahead and declutter. And you can still see kind of the same pattern. And you can see the same pattern in like all my lip products. Everything's either a nude or a variation of nude or like a plummy color, you know, a rusty color, things like that. Next up is my Clarins Velvet Lip Perfector. This is one of my all-time favorite lip products. I had gotten this one in a BoxyCharm, and as soon as I tried this, I ordered 2 of these. And I got these also from like the Boxy pop-up, very affordable. This one is in the shade 01, which is like a beautiful nude. I don't necessarily like the application method here, but the formula makes up for it like twofold. But it is so beautiful, you guys. The shade, the texture, the consistency. It's a very moussey, like velvet-like finish. It doesn't over dry the lips, but it's quite long wearing. It's fantastic, you guys. It feels so unbelievably light and comfortable on the lips as well. If you've tried this, please let people know. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. This one I'm going to go ahead and declutter. I'm so sorry. I typically do try to keep dupe products. And this isn't a bad product. I just didn't like the applicator on this, like, at all. At least with the Clarins one, you can be slightly more precise. And only for the reason that I don't like the applicator on this, I'm going to declutter this. Next up, I will put these together as well. This is also one of my favorite matte liquid lipstick formulas. They can be somewhat drying. Not that a matte liquid lipstick is not drying to begin with. And of course, it's the same shades, you know, rusty shades, nudes. I really like the way that they smell. If you're not into scented cosmetics, these are not for you. But I really like to get these when they do like little bundles or like little holiday sets. I love these, and they're newer, so I will hold on to these. Next up is this Zoeva Pure Matte Lips in Calm Void. This also was just gifted to me from Kate. And I wanted to have this just so that I have something more kind of grungy. And I have not tested this formula yet, so I will keep. All right, next up, we will go through Laura Lee. This is another formula that is one of my all-time favorite matte liquid lipstick formulas. I think Laura Lee Los Angeles is a highly underrated brand. And of course, you know, they're nudes. I love the shades. I love the component. They smell really, really nice. They feel comfortable on the lips. They're not over drying. All I'm going to look for, yeah, this one's definitely dry. I'll go ahead and declutter this one. All I'm looking for with these is if there's a texture or like a scent change. That's kind of my big thing for any makeup products. If it smells different, consistency's different, the shade looks different. If you just know that it's not the same as when you purchased it, throw it away. But this is in the shade Topless. I would 100% repurchase, and I would 100% repurchase this, of course, when I actually need lip products. So we're going to go ahead and declutter. Next up is the shade Nakey Nakey. I should have worn my glasses. All right, this one's fine. I really like her doe foot applicator as well. It really hugs the lips in a beautiful way. Again, these smell amazing. I love her formula. I cannot say enough about it. Next up is the shade Cabana. And this is a newer one, so I'm hoping that this one is okay. Actually, I'm seeing that it's starting to get a little thicker in here, and I just don't trust that, so I will declutter. And then last up is another Cabana. And yeah, they definitely are starting to change. They're definitely starting to change. They're not coming out, you know, liquidy. They're coming out more moussey or whipped in, you know, in texture. So I'm also going to declutter that. Let's move these down. Next up is my About Face. I really love her formula as well. This is the shade Last Good Night. I've used this quite a bit with you guys. This is still good. I do like the component on these. They're comfortable. They have that beautiful kind of like oily slip upon first application, and they don't set down in like 2.2 seconds. You have a little bit of playtime. They wear well. They smell nice. I really love these. Can't say enough. Next up is a solo look. This is the Brenda, Dylan, and Kelly little collection. And I honestly don't even remember when I got this, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. Next up, I have two liquid lipsticks from my friend's brand called Dark Horse Cosmetics. I've not even tried these yet, and they're well over a year old. I'm going to put them in my maybe pile, and if I feel like they're dried out in any kind of way, I'm gonna go ahead and toss them. I just was trying to do a video showcasing these, and honestly, I just get so much product and I forgot, so I feel terrible. So I'm gonna put these in my maybe pile for now. Next up, I have the crayon case. This is in the shade Bear. I know this is a lot older and I have plenty of nudes, so I'm gonna declutter. I have another Tarte's lip paint. Of course, I just said they're not my all-time favorite, so we're gonna go ahead and declutter. Next up, I have an Everlasting liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Crucifix. Again, I like to keep a couple more just grungy different shades around, so I'll hold on to that as well. Next up are the two KVDs that I was telling you about that I was going to hold on to the lip liner for now and just see if these are dried out, because that is the only reason that I keep that particular lip liner. I feel like they look okay. They didn't come out super dry. And they still smell nice. I love the way these smell. This is another one that's slightly more dry. I don't fault it. It's a matte liquid lipstick. And that one also came out more liquidy. So I am going to hold on to these, and I will also hold on to the lip liner for now. Next up, I have all of my Lime Crime lipsticks. This is also one of my favorite brands. I like a liquid lipstick that has a slightly more like oily slip to it upon first application, and one that you can take your time with, you can work with, you can get it precise, and it doesn't dry and just kind of stick in place. These wear well. They come in a million different shades, and they go on sale all the time. I did re-up on these last year, so I'm literally going to speed this part up. I'm going to open them, and if they're still nice and liquidous and not dried out or anything, I'm going to go ahead and keep them. So I'll speed this part up. My dose of colors, I'm going to treat kind of the same exact way. They're another one of my favorite formulas. Tons of shades, quite comfortable. You have a little bit of playtime. I also like the doe foot applicator on these. They wear well, they smell nice. This one is good, so I'll keep. This one right here is Date Night. This actually started me on their products. I can't believe this is still good. I'm gonna smell it. And that still smells fine. I think I got this in like a BoxyCharm or something. I loved it so much that I went and bought 3 more, so definitely keeping. This is the shade Charm, and that one is still good. Of course, they're all kind of the similar tones that I like. Okay, this one you can see came out. This one you can see came out, and it's more like moussey, not quite a liquidy like it used to be. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter that one. Next up, I have a couple NARS liquid lipsticks. Same thing. I ended up getting one in like a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy. Loved it so much that I purchased some for myself. So this is the shade American Woman. This is another one of my all-time favorite formulas. Again, it just has that nice kind of soft, again, it has kind of that little like slip to it, the little oily slip upon first application. Doesn't over dry the lips. It sets well. It lasts a really long time. So I'll be holding on to both of these. This one is the shade Get It On. And they're still good. Next up, I have more like orangey, peachy shades. These are by Certify. This one is from Avon. So as long as these are not dried out, I will hold on to these. These are more like shades that I use in the summertime. And yes, that looks great still. The Certify is slightly more drying than I typically like, but of course, you know, I exfoliate, I use lip treatments overnight and stuff like that, so they don't really affect me too bad. I do like to have more peachy orangey shades. I just think it looks beautiful when I'm tanning in the summertime. And the same with the Avon ones, I will keep those. Next up, I have all of my Rebel Rouge Labs, some Glam Light, and a Fenty. This one I can already see is quite separated. Let me shake it and see if that helps any. Yes, it did. And this is in the shade Unveil. So as long as it is not dry or funky, yep, it still seems fine. I even like the little weird applicator, and now I have lipstick all over my hand. Just ignore that. And then next up, we have the Gourmande Girls. This is the shade Churro. I really like the formula. It's not my favorite doe foot applicator. I prefer like a larger one or the one that has like the little divot. I just feel like you get better application that way. But I really like this color a lot, so I'll keep. I'm going to keep all of my Rebel Rouge Labs. I've actually re-upped recently on all of them. So as long as none of them are dry, I'm going to keep all of them. And I, of course, will speed that part up. I really love her formula. It's also one that has like a little bit of a slip to it. But I will say if you try to build them up and over layer them, they will break down and they will get overly dry. So this one's fine. And then I'll go through the rest quickly. Okay, so all those seemed fine except for the kind of royal purpley blue one. I'm also going to declutter this Dragon Beauty matte liquid lipstick. It's in the shade Jinx. I feel like I already have kept quite a few kind of more brown or like rusty nudes, so we'll declutter. My Glam Light Red Velvet. I love this. You guys have seen me use it many times. Smells nice, lasts a long time, not overly drying, doesn't break down too quickly, so keeping. Next, I have this La Belle Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Vamp Addict. Of course, I'm going to keep this, and it is new to my collection, so I would like to try it. Next up is the Kylie Moon I was telling you guys about. You can see that I used a lot of it. I am pretty sure this is expired. Yeah, I definitely do not think that I would trust this, but I loved this so much. It was a holy grail for a long time. I'm going to declutter. Next up, I have a Juvia's Place black lipstick. Because I do have Purgatory from Rebel Rouge Labs and I don't use black a lot, I will declutter. Next up, I have a Stila Stay All Day matte lipstick in the shade Angelo. I feel like I have so many and this is still new, so we'll declutter. Next up is the Mented Cosmetics Plum on Over liquid lipstick. I don't even think I've tried this either, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Next up, I have Marie from the Crayon Case. Again, I just feel like these are older and getting slightly drier. You can see around the tube it's starting to kind of collect, so I'll go ahead and declutter. Next up is one of my all-time favorite reds of life. It is the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick, and it is in the Beso Shimmer. They also have a Beso like matte. They also have like a Beso matte that doesn't have any shimmers in it. This is so beautiful, you guys. This is literally my go-to holiday lipstick. If you are looking for just the most beautiful, perfect red, it looks beautiful on everybody. It has the slight little like luminous quality to it. It's beautiful. It is absolutely stunning. I would highly, highly recommend, and I repurchased. I really do love it, especially for holiday time. Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in the shade Naked, one of my least favorite liquid lipstick formulas. I know traditionally a matte liquid lipstick is obviously going to dry your lips out a little bit. That's why I'm so hell-bent on, you know, using lip scrubs, lip treatments, overnight lip mask, things like that. This one is incredibly drying. I don't even know that I've used this, so I'm going to open it very slowly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is still brand new, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter that as well. Next up is the Jaclyn Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Absolutely. Again, not my favorite. Her lip liner I really love. Her highlighters I am obsessed with. This is just not my favorite formula. I felt like it was incredibly drying and it broke down very quickly. I've only used it twice, so I'm going to sanitize it and I'll pay it forward to a friend. And then last up, as far as matte liquid lipsticks, we have one from Rare Beauty. Their Lip Soufflé, I believe is what they're called. Beautiful, beautiful formula. Again, it has that nice whipped kind of consistency. You have a little bit of playtime with it. I really love it. It's super comfortable on the lips. I have this little, I can't even read it, L'Oreal Rouge Signature. I'm going to go ahead and declutter that. I have enough reds because I don't use red very often. And then I have this little YSL stain that I've had for like 3 million years, so we're going to declutter. All right, we are quickly going to go through the glosses. Literally, if it feels sticky to me at all or it's just not my all-time favorite, I'm passing it along. Y'all know I'm not a super big fan of glosses. So I'm going to be super cutthroat here. I'm definitely going to keep the Sarah Happ one. This goes with like the other lip treatment products that I showed you guys in the earlier part of the video. So I'd still love to try that. This is my Jouer Lip Topper. This is a beautiful formula. Smells like vanilla. You don't feel the shimmers in it, which is part of why I love this so much. This one is from Makeup Revolution. It was part of the Nightmare Before Christmas collection. I think because I have the Dominique Cosmetics and the Dragon Beauty that I like more, I'm going to declutter. Speaking of the Dragon Beauty one, this is typically crystal clear. What I like to do is line it with a nude, I like to line my lips with a nude lip liner and put this over it. Oh, packaging is fantastic, smells fantastic. It feels incredible on the lips, you guys. There is zero tackiness, but it has a little bit of grip. It has a little bit of weight to it, if you will, so it does stay on the lips. If you ever see in the beginning of my videos that my lips are, you know, glossy, I either have this on by itself or I have on one of my Jouer lip treatments. They're fantastic. Speaking of those, I have 4 of those. 2 are almost gone and I have 2 more. Those are in my drawer. Next up, I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. This is a Lip Sense gloss that I've had for 8 million years, so we'll declutter. This one here, the September Rose Cosmetics, I just like to have clear lip glosses. It is another one that is non-tacky, non-sticky, but it's still there and you still feel it on the lips and you know that it's going to stay there for a while. Next up, I have a Persona lip gloss. The little shimmers that are in this, you don't actually really see on the lips, and I really like the formula of this. They smell really nice. They have a slight tackiness to it. Y'all know if my non-lip gloss wearing self likes it, then it's got to be good. So it's definitely still one that I recommend. Next up is this Rebel Rouge Labs one. This was part of her, I think, spring or summer collection last year or the year before. I did use quite a bit of it. Very comfortable, but because it is older and I have plenty, I'm going to declutter it. Next up is this Tokyo Milk one. I don't even know that I've used this, and if I did, I do not remember my thoughts on it. I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. Next up is a JS gloss. Again, I don't use these on camera. I've not bought from him in a very, very long time, but it is a good formula, and I do like to have this for specific looks, so I will hold on to it. Next up is my Maybelline Lifter Gloss, another Holy Grail status product. It is a beautiful formula. I love the doe foot applicator on this. Again, it's non-tacky, but it still has a little bit of a grip. It stays in place for a long time. I love it. It smells nice. I like the component and everything. It's a beautiful formula. Next up is this number 7 High Shine Lip Gloss. Because it is more of like a frosty, like more metallic shade, I'm going to declutter. Another JS. I just happen to like the formula, so I'm going to keep. Next up is an Alamar Cosmetics gloss in the shade. I cannot read it because it's too small. I'm so sorry. Not my favorite. They're slightly sticky and I don't feel like they have a lot of wear time, so I'm going to declutter. Next up is my Fenty Lip Cream. I do have another one and a gloss balm. Let me go ahead and take all these out. I will hold on to these. I do know that these have been open for over a year, so I'm going to just kind of keep an eye on them, try to get some wear out of them. And if I don't, they're going to be in my next declutter for sure and be decluttered. Next up, Next up, I have this lip gloss from Pure Cosmetics. I don't even think I've used this yet, and of course I have enough in this shade, so decluttering. My other Persona lip gloss in just a deeper shade, keeping. And then this is a newer formula from NYX. This is Milky Gloss. I have not tried this yet, but I would really love to, so keeping. I have another lip sense. Of course, this is old as dirt, so I'm gonna declutter. I have this Glam Light one. I kind of feel the same about this one as I do the Alamar Cosmetics, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. Next, I have this Iconic London. I don't really use the shade, decluttering. I have this Sexy Mother Pucker Gloss. I have too many, gonna declutter. And I have the NYX Juicy Secret Lip Gloss, which I have yet to try. All the numbers will be up top. Thank you, beauties, so much. I love you. Stay happy, healthy, and safe, and be your own best beautiful.